Hey everyone, welcome to part 7 of this Baldur's Gate 3 trophy and achievement walkthrough. We just finished up in the Owlbear Cave and now we're running out of here, but before we cross the water, we want to turn toward the left and we're going to go over toward this rocky wall. This is the cragged rock and we can interact with it to climb to the top. Now let's run straight ahead. There's going to be a berry bush right in front of us where we can get a couple of raspberries, and then we're going to go into our inventory because we can see a dog up ahead there, that white dog, and we want to be able to talk to it. So along the way we picked up a potion of animal speaking. Currently Astarion has it on there, so we're going to drink it with the monk masked matador, and now we can talk to animals. So let's go over and talk to this white dog. It looks like it's watching over a dead man, and its name is Scratch.
Keep moving, stranger. Quietly.
What happened here?
I told you to go.
Persuasion. I'm not an enemy, I promise. We get a skill check looking for a 15. Now we do have a charisma bonus, persuasion proficiency, and some guidance, so we're able to easily get this accomplished.
There's death in your scent, but not in your words. Still, you should go. My friend is injured. He needs rest.
I don't think he's going to wake up.
Of course he will. And then we'll return home.
Come on, you can travel with me if you like.
No, I won't leave him.
If he doesn't wake up, follow my scent. I have a camp.
If it comes to that, I may. Thank you.
If you don't have the potion of animal speaking, you won't be able to have that dialogue with Scratch. However, you do need to let him sniff your hand so that he gets your scent, and that way he can come back to your camp anyway. And that is important because there are 2 trophies related to Scratch that we need to get. So make sure that you recruit him, and then you can loot the body of his friend, Gomwick here. You can get some supplies and also look at the letters there. Reminder that you need to read 100 pieces of literature throughout the game in order to get a trophy for being very well read. You can explore the area over here. There is a little river, and then you can find a fishing rod, and there's also some fish and things around here if you want to get some more camp supplies. They're just on the little makeshift dock here. So go ahead and grab the things around this area, like the fish from the bucket of fish here. That's all good stuff for our camping supplies when we need to do a long rest a little bit later on. And then there's also some things on the ground that you can pick up, some rogue's morsels and some blue cap mushrooms, all that kind of stuff in here. When you're all done exploring and foraging, let's head back over to the Emerald Grove environs. We'll fast travel over there, and now we're going to work a little bit more on saving all of the Tieflings for that trophy. So we just have to really run straight around here to this main gate area, and then hang a right past all of these corpses, and once we stand in front of the main gate for a few seconds, it will open up and allow us to go inside. Now we pretty much just have to run straight forward from this point on. We'll be able to run right past the merchant. He'll be off on our right side, and we're going to go all the way down to the bottom section of this area.
Calm yourself. They're survivors, not soldiers.
I fail to see the distinction.
After you get past the merchant and you're in the hollows, turn toward the right hand side. You'll go right behind these oxen and then keep going down the path. And keep turning toward the right, and you'll see a large crowd gathered here, and a cutscene will play when you get close.
Let my daughter go right now!
She's a thief, hellspawn, and you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Oh, let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
Now that the crowd is dispersing, let's go down and talk to them ourselves.
Come, Magrin, give him a chance. You, get back!
If it weren't for me, you'd be overrun by goblins by now. I go where I please.
keep back. Force my hand and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giorna.
What? Oh, I understand. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
After that brief scene, let's head inside the sacred pool area and then turn toward the right. We're going to run straight down this dirt path until we get to the large stone door with the engravings on it, and we'll go inside. Once we're inside, we'll take a few steps forward, and there's going to be a cutscene that automatically starts.
I'm sorry.
Have you lost your...
Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil. And I will cast out every stranger.
Thief? Poison? What's this girl's actual crime?
Girl? You mean parasite? She eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Korga. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
Choose an option that can persuade Korga. I'll use Monk Persuasion. You act rashly as a cornered viper would. Free the child or more tieflings will interrupt you. This gives us a skill check looking for just a 10, but I have an advantage here and lots of different proficiencies and bonuses, so I'm pretty much guaranteed to get this one off the bat.
A gathered herd of the devils would indeed be disruptive. It is as you say. Sifisif, Tila, to me. Out, thief. My grace has its limits.
It hurts.
Thank you, Korga. Master Halsin...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
So saving Arabella there was a necessary thing for us to do in order to save all of the tieflings, making sure that none of them died during Act 1. And now we're going to go out of this area. We'll come back here in just a few minutes, but we're going to save another tiefling. All we have to do is run straight toward the entrance, so we'll go the opposite way that we did coming into that room. And we're going to keep running straight ahead, and we'll be able to get out of this sacred pool area and just keep going straight down the path here. Eventually you'll hear some singing and people will comment on it. What you want to do is just to follow the path around, and you can either go toward the left side or the right side. Left side puts you on the low ground and the high ground is over on the right side. It might be a little bit better actually to go to the right side, especially if you want to use archers and have that high ground advantage, but you can run down here anyway and investigate the beach.
Shh. Listen.
You shouldn't be standing out in the water. It's dangerous.
Don't you hear it? It's so peaceful.
I don't hear anything. Come back to shore.
No. It's just a bit of water. I only want to listen. Just a little closer. Everything's gonna be fine once I get there.
Well, the sirens are drawing Mirkon out toward them. We need to stop them, so we have a battle that we have to go through. Now, there is going to be a ton of water in the way here, which is definitely going to hamper our movement abilities, so I would suggest jumping over the water as much as you can. That does use up some of our movement, however, it's not as much as trying to wade through the water getting out here. So we'll take a good jump to get out a little bit further on, and then we're just going to keep moving up as best we can, and we want to get close to these enemies, and they will will try to fly down on us and start attacking us. So a little bit unfortunate taking some early damage there, but we do get a counterattack pretty nicely on it, and we're able to continue the fight. Now, if we had come down the other path, we'd be up on the high ground there. We could use those vines to climb down. Otherwise, we could keep our archers up top and shoot arrows down. That's why it's kind of nice to go that other route and just have that high ground while all of the other enemies are swooping down here. Now, all the while that you're fighting, that singing is going on, so your characters will be rolling for resistance against the song. They can either be lured or resist it. Now, I luckily was able to resist it with Lae'zel and get a huge hit, almost killing this harpy outright. However, Astarion was lured, causing an opportunity attack from the harpy that was still there. So he automatically moved forward, and I was able to take that hit fairly well. And in some revenge, I tried to attack him, but I missed, unfortunately, and I'm going to just skip the turn. This harpy here is just singing, not attacking us at all, and Shadowheart was able to resist the song, run forward, and attack it, so that harpy is dead. Now I can just keep moving forward. Remember that our main objective here is to keep Mirkon, the Tiefling boy, alive. He's going to keep getting lured in closer, so we want to position our characters kind of in the way so that the enemy will attack us instead of Mirkon. And there is a chance that Mirkon will resist the song and start to run backwards. That's ideal, but we can't always count on that. Well, now we're going to move our monk up a little bit higher and start attacking the singing harpy, and that will do some decent damage. We can do one attack and then another unarmed strike, just eliminating a lot of that enemy's health, and it won't last a whole lot longer here. And we're just going to move into position and just end the turn at this point. The other enemy flies up here, it gets in a little attack against us, not too bad, and then the other enemy is going to fly closer toward Lae'zel, luckily missing that attack. Unfortunately, Lae'zel was lured by the song, causing an opportunity attack, so we do get hit after all. However, we are able to return the favor with a nice attack against the enemy. That's another harpy down. We've got 2 more to go, so we'll just keep moving our characters up a little bit, trying to get into position. Again, that water is going to slow things down pretty dramatically for us, but we're going to just keep moving up as best we can. That harpy keeps singing, not a big deal for us, and we're able to move a little bit closer yet. So from here, we're going to then heal up our monk. He's taken a couple good hits here, so he could use a little bit of health. Let's just use a little bit of the healing word spell from Shadowheart just to top up his HP a little bit. And then we're able to have Mirkon actually resist the call of the siren a little bit. He'll run away, and now we're going to have our monk just do an attack against the harpy in the back here. We'll be able to do an unarmed strike to do some pretty decent damage. Following that up, we will have an unarmed attack, and that is going to finish off that harpy in the back. Now all that's left is the singing one, who doesn't really pose much of an offensive problem for us, more just an annoying problem of being lured in. So Astarion's able to do a range attack from here, and we will finish the fight. And that's all you have to do for that. Your party will regroup, and then Mirkon will start walking toward us, and we'll be able to talk to him when he gets a little bit closer.
Are they gone?
They're gone. Are you all right?
No. Yes. I mean, I don't know.
Take a breath, deep and slow. You're safe now.
That's what the voice said. I almost got to the nest, but the singing. I need to get back. Mole will be so mad. Wait, you should meet Mole. She'll be grateful you helped me. Find a boy called Donny. Tell him you want to see the dragon's lair.
Alright, Mirkon is safe. That is the last of the Tieflings that we have to save in this part so far. A little bit later on, we have to have a battle between the goblins and the Grove, and we are going to be siding with the Grove in defense against those goblins. If we do it the other way around, then the Tieflings die. We also have to make sure that in that fight, none of the Tieflings die, so we've got to defend them as we fight against the goblins. I'll show you exactly how that works as we go through that section of the game. So for now, we're just going to head head back toward the grove area. We're going to go into the sacred pool, and now we're going to keep going straight ahead to where we rescued Arabella a little while ago, and we're going to go back down in and proceed on with a couple quest lines down in here, as well as doing some good looting and reading of the different resources and books down in this room. So now that we're down in this Emerald Grove area, we'll keep going down here, and then we want to keep running kind of straight ahead. We're not going to talk to Kaga just yet. That'll come a little bit later on. Instead, we're just going to keep running toward the back room here. There's going to be this open stone door that we can go into, and we want to go into the Druid's chambers and talk to Nettie.
I see you. Just give me a moment.
Wait patiently.
Vis medicatrix. There. It's up to her now. Life or death. Now, what was it you needed?
Healing. Looks like I came to the right person.
I do what I can. For most folks, that's enough. Come here. Let's have a look at you. You seem healthy enough. A bit tired around the eyes, maybe.
No good way of putting this. I have a tadpole in my head.
A tadpole? A mind flayer tadpole?
You know of them? Can you help me?
I'll do what I can. Come, follow me. I might be able to help.
Once you finish that initial conversation, just follow her, and she will lead you to a back room that you normally wouldn't go through. And once you get back in here, then just wait around till she enters the room, and then you will continue your conversation with her.
This one had the same problem as you. Attacked us in the woods together with some goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after.
The drow and I have the same kind of parasite?
Seems so. Gave Master Halsin a right start. It's why he joined the adventurers on their expedition. To find out what was happening. A pity you got me instead of him. He understands these things. Studied them. Still, we have options. You don't have to be here for this.
No, I'll stay. I'd rather know exactly what you're up to.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
Thank you. I'll take anything that can help.
Of course. Now, tell me what's been happening. Any symptoms? Strange events?
I can merge my mind with anyone else that's infected.
Victims can identify each other. Not that the others know they're victims, of course. How'd you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate to find where all this was happening.
On a mind flayer ship, I was kidnapped and infected.
A mind flayer ship? But Master Halsin was sure. Look, you've been straight with me, so I'll be straight with you. You're dangerous. If you transform here, we're all dead. But you seem like a good soul. You deserve a chance to save yourself. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms.
I thought you could cure me. What about that branch of yours?
The thorn? Coated in a fatal toxin. It was a last resort, in case I couldn't trust you. I don't have a cure. Only a way out. I'm sorry for misleading you, but I had to be sure you weren't a threat before I told you everything. Now, do I have your word or not?
I swear.
I hope it doesn't come to that, but thank you. Here. You know, I've spent my life treating folk and never once saw a mind flayer infection. Then suddenly, there's dozens of you. Maybe more. Master Halsin and I were tracking them, studying them, trying to figure out what the hells was going on. Because you should all be changing.
there should be a small army of mind flayers out there. But you're not. Weird powers aside, you seem perfectly normal.
What do you mean, should be changing?
Mind flayers reproduce by infecting someone with their parasite. 7 gruesome days later, the victim transforms and a new mind flayer is born. The thing in your skull, though, it's different to anything in our records. It's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you powers, telepathic connections. And it doesn't turn you into one of them. Not yet, anyhow.
So you think it's only a matter of time?
Could be, but there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Selûne, and I've no idea why. When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers, joined on the spot. Whatever he found there, he didn't make it back.
So, go and get him.
I've sent birds to find him, but the place is rotten with goblins. And if my birds can't get close, what chance do I have? You, though, you're one of them. Technically speaking, I mean. They won't kill someone carrying their parasite. If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your life. How's that sound?
Alright, I'll find Halsin.
Thank you. It would mean everything to the Grove. To me. I wish I could tell you more. But only those adventurers know what happened out there. All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of Selûne. And Master Halsin didn't make it back. Good luck out there. And if things start to go bad, remember the vial. Remember your oath.
After that conversation, we get the wyvern toxin. We're also in a room that is absolutely chock full of lots of good stuff for us. So make sure that you read the journals around here, pick up all of the different ingredients that you can find lying around, and just do a very thorough looting job through here. So I'm not going to show all of that. Just go around and collect everything that's useful to you. And then when you're done, we're going to head back out the way that we came, and we're going to run past Nettie here, and we're going to keep going out toward the exit. And we're going to actually leave this whole area. So go on all the way back up those stone steps on the other side from where you exited and go back out into the sacred pool area. Now that we're back outside, we need to get thrown into jail. We're going to intentionally commit a crime and be seen so that a guard will arrest us, and that way we can escape from jail, which will earn us one of our trophies or achievements. So run up these stairs, and at the top there's going to be a couple of kids hanging out here. So the little tiefling boy here is Mattis, and he has a friend, Sylphie. We're going to just try to pickpocket Sylphie, but we want to be spotted. So go ahead, try to steal things, and if you get caught, all the better. We lose a little bit of reputation, but that's okay, because Sylphie's going to call a guard over to us.
Being arrested for theft. If you have a defense, make it now.
Acquiesce and follow to prison. We are now in the makeshift prison, and we need to escape from here. So one of the easiest ways that we can do this is just to run around the outside here. Be very careful of the traps in this area. They will try to blow you up and do some damage to you. But all we want to do is go over to this gap here between the rock and the wall, and we can jump out of this area, and we're going to just keep proceeding down the path. There are a couple burlap sacks and pouches and things. You can loot those if you want, but there's nothing very exciting in these things. We're just going to be careful to walk around those traps as best as possible. Hopefully we don't get blown up, and just keep proceeding down. We'll jump over this gap as well down to the lower section. Unfortunately, you can't jump up. You've got to jump down to the bottom part here, and we'll just keep making our way along the path going out this way. So walk around the traps as best you can, and then jump once again to the other section. Once you make it to this lowest section, you can use the knotted roots to climb your way up, and then you will get your Escapologist Trophy or achievement, as well as a tooltip talking about being a criminal. Now, the village or wherever you've been arrested doesn't like you so much. You've gained some notoriety. However, if you take a short rest or just wait a while, that notoriety will go back down and you'll be fine. So now we'll go through this underground passage. I'll just speed it up as we run through here because you've seen this before when we had to take Saza out the same path, and now we're back out into the forest. And that's going to wrap it up for part 7. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, please be sure to hit that like button and also subscribe if you have not done so already. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and with your help, I know I'll get there really soon. Thanks again for all of your support in this series, and I'll see you very soon for part 8. Until then, have a good day.